What's going on, you guys? It's Sophia. Today's video is going to be about me getting organized and cleaning my workstation because, you guys, I'm gonna be totally transparent with you and show you my workstation. It's a disaster. There's like no organization. Every time I need to look for my scissors, my seam ripper, bobbin, it's like pure panic and not okay. I'll calm down. It's a lot of frustration that could be avoided if I just had a place for everything. So I'm gonna go through with you where we're at right now. Also, we live in like a 2-bedroom apartment, so we don't really have like a studio. So I just work out of the dining room, and I'll be showing you, we got crates and cabinets everywhere with all of our scrap fabric. So I just want to go through all that with you guys so we can do like a full-on before and after and see the transformation of my studio. But yeah, so let me just show you the situation we're in now, okay? Okay, you guys, this is the state of my sewing table. Oh my goodness. It is not looking good, you guys. So, my God, it's actually stressing me out, actually, having to look at it. Like, I actually got this so I could stop using my iPhone so much. I have yet to actually use it. Nick gets on my case. Eventually. See, there's just like unrelated things here too, like these glasses. Anyways, like, you guys can see the situation is dire. So I have like my sewing feet. I have like important things in here, seam ripper, needles, and I just want to like have a place to reach for them. So I bought some of these little sorters, and I have another one here. Also below, do we even want to look below? Just my trash, and then like I have buttons in there and other sewing thread and things like that. Over here I have my serger. It's like right on top of my record player, and I don't think that's a good place. I have all my little patterns, my homemade patterns back here. That honestly does not bother me how it is there, but it would be good to get those organized at some point. Yep, this is my sewing situation. Pretty dreadful, but let me take you over to my storage for fabrics and such. So this is area number 1. Just hella milk crates. And there was some organization to it, and it slowly, like as I work through things, it just gets messier and messier. I was going through stuff in the closet, and I already started to organize things, so that's why there's these piles on the floor. So I need to go a little bit more in depth. I got these 2 crates sorted. That's just like t-shirt scraps, and in here is crew neck scraps, which I'll end up using. And I'll take you over here. So we have more things on the ground, and this is all of our tapestry blankets, just unused ones. And then we have even more storage for fabric and odds and ends. I have in here like cuffs unused and hoods and such. In here I have like tags and just embroideries that I didn't use but maybe one day we'll use. Yeah, little fabric things. I want to toss some things too that I haven't used. This is just some fabric we've thrifted. These are jeans that I've cut up for my other pieces that I haven't used the pockets yet to. Random fabrics, some towels I want to make things with, but yeah, you guys get the picture. It's just a lot of stuff. Oh my gosh, but wait, check this out. I found this in my closet, and we thrifted this like so long ago. Just like some sick tigers, kind of hard to see. I didn't do a very good job with that, but yeah, like, this is why I also love going through things, because I find so many things I didn't realize I had and that need to get put to use. So now that you guys see the situation I'm in, I'm gonna start doing some actual work towards getting to a better place. Maybe I just should start with the sewing area because of how daunting it is. Let's do it. So through cleaning my workstation, I've just been thinking about a lot of different things when it comes to like our workspaces and how important they are to our creativity and to just our mental health, like as creative type of people, I was kind of recognizing that my workspace is a very sacred space. Like, it's the place I go to turn pieces of fabric into articles of clothing that people can wear. It's like a alchemy station. It's pretty amazing. I mean, not to be so woo-woo, but that's really what it is. It's like taking old things and making them into something totally brand new. And I feel like a space that is as sacred as that should be treated that way. And I feel like my sewing station became like a dumping ground because it's also just in our dining room. So everything was just getting tossed onto it, like random garbage, clothing, jewelry, like papers, mail, things that I just, didn't want to take care of. So I just dumped it there. And considering how much I rely on this space for funding our family and also just giving me a creative outlet to put my energy into, I feel that this space should be treated with respect. And also for the sake of me having a clear mind when I'm creating, because it is so stressful, you guys, when I'm in the middle of a project and I'm already frustrated about something not working out or whatever it might be, and then I'm scrambling around for my scissors with this frustrated energy because I can't find it. And then, like, what kind of energy does that put into the clothing I'm making? And also, that doesn't help me have a solution-oriented mindset. It kind of is just like, like frustrating. And like, Nick has even noticed, like, when he has been in the room watching me, so like sometimes when mistakes happen, I feel like I will flip a switch, get so frustrated, and like that's not the energy that I want to create in. I don't feel like that promotes creation and new ideas, and I don't think it manifests positivity coming towards me and positivity within the clothing, which is not what I want. What I want is to create pieces made with love and joy and the pure excitement of being able to create things. And I do want to create with gratitude as well, because it's amazing that I have a sewing machine and that I have been able to learn this skill that is helpful to allowing me to have a better life and to supply people with clothing that allows them to express themselves, to feel like they can be an individual, they can have unique clothing that also takes pounds of clothing out of landfills. And these are all just super positive things that I feel like I want to sew into the clothing energetically. And I feel that a clean and organized workspace just promotes that mindset much more, because when you see a mess, your first instinct isn't to be like, wow, I'm so grateful for all these items and trash. Not to say that there is a place for that. Like, when your house is messy, especially with kids and stuff like that, like, wow, I'm grateful to have a lively home and things like that. However, when it comes to a workspace, I just feel like it is not conducive to productivity, and it could also like just inhibit you from even wanting to finish projects. And as far as organizing my fabrics, you guys, if you have not done this, if your fabric is a mess, I cannot tell you how much I recommend going and organizing it, because since doing this, I have had so many more ideas because I actually have an idea of what I have, and it has just inspired me so much. For me, it's like my brain starts doing all these connections once I see all the colors, all the textures. It's nice. Okay, you guys, the job is done. Let me take you through, show you what I did. My sewing station, I love it. So she's just overall looking much more organized. Everything has a place. I thought over here, because I use different presser foots a lot, and then I made this little bucket of like my commonly used tools. And then I have the elastic waistband bucket, some scissors. These are just things I also use often. We have needles, pins, my binder clips, safety pins, chalk, and then I just have this whole thing of different types of thread. There's all kinds in there. This is a little container for all of my letters. This, I have all the buttons in here organized. And then below I just have some fabric, zippers, the adhesive spray, just little things like that. And then behind that I have all my patterns. I have yet to use any of them. I think I'm gonna make a video of that perhaps in the future. These are just some extra containers I have. Maybe one day I'll use them. This is the planner, all my stabilizer and papers to make patterns, my little guy just to have for fun, iron, cutting mat, and now I actually have room to put my serger. So yeah, this is my sewing station, guys. Oh, and below I got rid of that box back there. Obviously you can see I've thrown a lot of things out, but I just feel like it overall looks a lot nicer back there. And now let me take you over to the storage areas. Here we have all the milk crates. They are looking a lot neater. Everything at the bottom I organized. So I have sweaters, zip ups, crew necks, and shirts that are like ready to be used, embroidered on. They could become like a main piece. And then up here, it's more sweaters that are lower quality and they can be cut up to use for cuffs or fabric. And yeah. And then I have these 3 buckets just filled with smaller scraps that I have some plans for, but it's nice to have them all organized. All right, and I'll take you to the other storage area. All right, my other area, I got everything off the floor from over here. I just kind of folded up these blankets a little bit more. They always get a little bit messy, but I'm fine with that. I have in here the embroidery that I have yet to use, and then I have all these are like handkerchiefs, I think they're called. I don't really remember honestly, but you know, those square things. And then in here I have all, I can't pull it out right now, it's very stuffed, but I have like all of my cuffs and hoods to be used for other projects. These are t-shirts that I want to upcycle into different things. My sister loves Naruto, so I want to make her something with that. And yeah, we have some Grateful Dead stuff. I'd love to make like a themed outfit. And down here is more sweaters to cut up. And then this entire thing is just fabrics that I've thrifted. So yeah, it's just nice to have it all in one area. And then up top, I have some towels. And then we also have our packaging. And over here, this was like kind of the messier area. I still don't know, you know, how to fully get rid of like things on top for this area because I just don't have all the storage at the moment, but we'll get there. So these are different types of fabric I use for patterns for creating pants and such and shorts. And then I have pants down here that I would like to turn into other things, but this pile is just pants that I'm gonna be cutting up eventually. And then I have like all those pockets I want to use in here and here. It takes a lot of space. A bunch of jean scraps in here. And then in here is like personal things, so our sheets and things like that. And then this is like some vintage clothes my sister gave me that could potentially get reworked, and we'll see about that in the future. So yeah, this area is not like looking the most beautiful, but I think it looks better than it did before. And I'm willing to be patient until we get more storage and things like that to make it look, you know, perfect. But I think this is a lot better than what it was. All right, you guys, this concludes my organizing my sewing station video. I hope that it was of some interest to you and perhaps inspired you to clean your creative station, because I feel so much more excited to make things now because I see everything I have. And I feel like with sewing for me, that's so important for me to know and see the fabrics, because then my brain starts going and thinking, oh, what can I do with that? And then just on top of that, having a clean workstation, it just feels like I can go in and focus on the art and not have this background of stress, like where's this, where's that, you know? So yeah, I'm excited, and I'll see you next time.